Hi, everybody. This is Mark Rushton of markrushton.com. Thanks for listening to my podcast of original ambient electronic music and nature recordings. This is podcast number 98 from May 13 of 2016. It's called Ignored Ambient. You've just heard portions of 4 tracks from my various albums. These are some of my worst performing tracks on Spotify. Usually they're at the end of albums, but I'll give you a little story about each of them. The first 3 minutes or so was part of a track called Single Duration from my Long Voice EP, which was released in 2012. This has had 82 streams on Spotify since it was released. Not exactly setting the world on fire, but better than the rest. It's a thin slice of droning ambient. I suppose if I added some amazing visuals on YouTube, things would be different. From 3 to 5 minutes is a track called Sonic Transport. It's the last track on my 2013 album Crackle and Drift. It's had 36 streams on Spotify. That might do better if I had paired it up with some NASA space audio samples. After that, from 5 minutes to about 7 minutes, is part of The Deep of the Woods from my Feather Ridge EP, which was released at the end of 2013. It's had 28 streams on Spotify. Not very good, but this track is also in Pandora's system and has received 1,331 spins since being added at the end of 2014 to Pandora's system. So it's interesting how a track does poorly within an on-demand streaming service like Spotify, but does slightly better in an algorithmically chosen service like Pandora. Finally, the last section is an old track of mine, Translucent, which was recorded and assembled around 2005 or 2006, and was released on a compilation called Ambient Sampler Volume 2 in 2013. It has received a grand total of 2 streams on Spotify. Admittedly, I don't promote my work other than releasing it, and Translucent is a bit more avant-garde, but still, ouch. Anyway, it's nice to be able to throw these ignored ambient tracks into a megamix on my podcast and have it heard by many more people. You might like it, you might not like it, but if you're ever on Spotify, please try to follow me, Mark Rushton, and add some of my tracks to a playlist, or maybe explore other ignored tracks. I have a lot of music out there. My website is markrushton.com. My music is available on iTunes, Bandcamp, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, Pandora, and many other services worldwide. Thanks for listening to the Ambient Rushton podcast.